Hello everyone, I've been a painting contractor for 25 years and the goal of this channel is to help make painting at home simple. For all of you do-it-yourselfers out there looking for professional results and wanting to save some money. So thanks for watching and please like and subscribe. We want to help as many people as we can. Thanks again. Okay everyone, today what we're going to do is show you how to clean a sprayer. This sprayer right here is a Graco 390. We just got done spraying all of the trim and the doors in a bedroom, and we used Benjamin Moore enamel to do that, a satin finish. We need to clear all the paint out of this, and we're going to use a bucket of water, and I'm going to just take you through it step by step how we do this. So I've got my sprayer is still in the paint right here, okay? So what I like to do is this is what I do. I lift it up like this out of the bucket, and this tube right here is your siphon. It's your spit tube. This is the siphon tube. Then I go over to the sprayer and I turn the sprayer pressure all the way down low. And I have this part, this is the prime valve. I have it down into the prime position. If I turn it this way, that's the spray position. I'm going to keep it in the down position, and I'm going to turn the machine on, keeping this out of the paint. I want to get all the paint out of the line. Here we go. I turn it on, and then I'm going to turn the dial up because I've turned it all the way down over here. All right, ready? I'm going to slowly turn it up. Okay, now watch over here. There's all the paint. All right. There. Okay, as soon as the paint kind of stops coming out, I stop it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my slop bucket and put this tube in here. And I'm going to take my water bucket and switch this right over to here. Okay, and I'm going to move my paint bucket out of the way. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want to get the water coming into the machine, and I want to see it come out of here. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on, the machine. Here we go. I put it on the side of the bucket, and I can see that it's now starting to be water. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to walk you through what I do next. Here's the gun. I have the wet rag still on the gun from when we used it to spray. And I'm going to undo this, and I'm going to take the nose and the tip off. Just like this. Get it off the gun. And I'm going to put these parts right in the bucket, just like that. Bucket of water. Okay, now I have paint that's in this line. So what I want to do is I'm going to take and squeeze the trigger off to the side of the bucket, hold it down like this, and then over here, I'm going to turn on the machine and then flip this valve over here. Watch this. When the paint starts turning into water, I'm going to turn this valve on the machine back down. There we go. And let go. So now we have water coming through the line and we have water going through the machine. So I'm going to let this run for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to let this run for a little bit. I've got the volume on the machine turned up a little bit. And then after it runs for a little bit, I'm going to go back over to the bucket and try to get as much water to flush the line as possible. Here we go. I'm going to squeeze the trigger. And then over here, I'm going to flip the valve. So there's no water coming out of this part right here. Do you see this? There's nothing coming out of this tube. It's only coming out of the line. And I'll go like this a little bit with the pressure turned down. I don't want a lot of pressure, I just want a little pressure. And what we're doing is we're getting all of this to flow clear. I'll flip this valve, and I'm going to turn off the machine. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take my rag, and I'm going to clean this tube right here. This is the tube that's sitting in the water. I'm going to get it wet, and I like to just kind of try to get as much of the paint off of that tube as I can. Okay? And we want to get as much of that off of there. And then I like to take this part off right here. And I'll clean the threads. And then I'll get this as clean as I can. Just like that. Okay? Leave that in here. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take, in this part of the sprayer, right here, there's a filter in the body of the sprayer. I want to take this out, and I want to clean that. So for right now, I'm going to put that in here, in a bucket of water. Okay, I'm going to clean this off, and I'm going to put this back in here without the filter on it. And then I'm going to take the gun, and I'm going to take the filter out of the gun. Okay? So let's do this. I'm going to take the filter out of the gun, and I'm going to put that in the bucket as well. Now what I have here is I have a part that comes with the sprayer that I use to clean the filters. So I just kind of go in there like that, and I get everything inside of there cleaned as best as I can. Okay? You can go in from both sides, and you can use a filter if you keep it clean a couple of times. Okay? So we'll put that off to the side, and then we have this part right here for the body. Same thing. I have a toothbrush, and I kind of just go in and out like that and keep the filter as clean as I can, and I can use these filters a couple of times. Nice and clean and clear. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back inside the gun. It sticks right into the top there, and I'm going to screw that right back in there and put this back on. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the other filter. Okay. I'm going to put this right back in here, nice and clean. Okay. And this is going to be nice and clean for when we run our clean solution through here. So what's going to happen next is we have our paint, we have our slop bucket, and we have our dirty water. Inside the dirty water are these two parts here. I'm going to take these home, and I'm going to use a slop sink, and I'm going to take the tip out, and I'm going to clean with clean water in the sink the tip and all of the parts of this, and the filter that goes on the machine. I'm going to clean that, and then I'm going to put it right back on here. I'm going to take a separate bucket of clean water. I'm going to fill it up about this much, and I'm going to put Pump Saver. This is, you can buy a Graco or Titan Pump Saver. It's a liquid. It's like an antifreeze for the machine. And we want to fill it up and leave it in the machine because it'll help protect all of its components from rusting out. And that's going to be the last part that we do. We'll check back in. Okay, hello again. Here we are for the next part of cleaning the sprayer out. We have it back at the shop. We have about 1.5 gallons of clean water in this clean bucket. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the oil. There's a little container of throat seal liquid that is going to be put into here. And after I use my sprayer, I'm going to put a little bit into the sprayer to keep it working good. And then we're going to go ahead and clean the rest of it. So let's go ahead and get the oil in there. It goes right into this component right in there. And I'm just going to tip it up and give it one quick squeeze, real light. I'm not going to put a lot in there, just one quick squeeze and done. I've got my gun, clean bucket, slot bucket. Put the slot tube in the slot bucket, and I'm going to take my liquid shield. That's what's going to sit in the machine and prevent it from rusting. We want to keep it good on the inside so every time we come back to use it, it's ready to go. I'm just going to literally put a generous amount into this 1.5 gallons of clean water, probably about 6 ounces or so. And I'm going to go ahead and set that right in the bucket. Now the water in here is warm water. We're going to go ahead, hold this down in the bucket. I have the machine is on the prime position facing down. I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to run water through here. And at some point you're going to kind of see that the liquid that we put in here, this color kind of comes out. Okay, so we're going to run that through, nice clean water. Okay, then I'm going to squeeze the trigger and turn this lever over to spray. And I'm going to put it up against the side of the bucket like this so it doesn't splatter all over. And we're going to run this same liquid through the gun and the hose. Remember, we cleaned our filter in the body and we cleaned our filter in the gun. And we cleaned our filter already on the component, the suction tube. So I can already feel the warm water coming through here. Okay? So I'll just give this a little bit more of a rinse. I've got the oil I put in here in the pump. Now, while I'm squeezing the trigger, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this right back down to the prime position. Let go. Set my gun off to the side, and I'm gonna filter all this right through the pump, and I take the bucket and put it on the side and get all that liquid. You don't have to go until it's all gone, but get most of it through there. Okay, and then I turn the machine off, lift this up out of the bucket, connect my hose. Okay, and now what I do is I coil up the hose nice and neat. We have the pressure released. It's in the prime position for the next time we use it. And we're just going to wrap up the sprayer and set it aside. Okay. I like to keep a rag underneath it and stick it back into its component, and we'll store it away till next time.